Hi there, it's Tamara Hawk with your November energy forecast. Um, if you're new to me, I'm a conscious channel and I have a whole team of people on the other side. I have a council I report to. Sometimes I talk to angels, sometimes it's my high self, sometimes it's your peeps. It's many my guides. Sometimes it's source. Anyway, and I collectively call these my peeps just to make it a little easier. So if you're new to me and you hear me saying peeps, that's who they are. Um, we've got a few things going on this month. I took lots of notes, okay? So I'm going to be just reading some of this so I don't massacre our peeps message. Um, we're going to talk like the retrograde planets, stagnant energies, about trust, synchronicities, dreams, angel numbers, and lastly, we'll probably talk about manifesting, and because a lot of people are interested in manifesting and things don't seem to be going the way you had planned. Okay, so we're gonna start out talking a little bit about where we've been this last year. Overall, since about 2017, stuff's been really hard. It will eventually be getting easier, but we've probably got a few more challenges coming up. Um, but this is what our collective peeps have to say. They said we've been in accelerated energy this year, and it's been an opportunity for a lot of growth and release if you've taken the opportunities. Okay. Um, they say to take a look at where you were and what you were doing in January or earlier this year and acknowledge all the things that you've done and what's changed for you over the past months. This is going to be helpful so that you realize you aren't as stuck as you might be feeling right now and over the next few weeks. Okay. Um, they mention if you've not allowed for any changes to take place, you may be in the same place that you were at the beginning of the year. And they say that's okay. It's never too late to allow for change. Might feel a little bit harder between now and spring because we're coming into this time of going inwards, and it could be harder to make big leaps and changes when we're in that space. Um, Now, through the last few months, we've been talking a lot about self-love and taking care of yourself. So this is continuing. Um, they say a lot of you've also had things from your past appearing out of nowhere, and they say these things are coming up for release. It's not that you have to reconnect with them, it's that you have the opportunity to let the energy of them go once and for all. So maybe reframing things for yourself, forgiving something, just allowing things to be let go of. Um, Now, more recently, relationships have been going through it in a big way. Um, Now, a lot of relationships have ended or changed this year, especially over the last couple of months, whether it's significant other type relationships, jobs, friends, whatever it is. It's meant to be right now. We can't bring old stuff into the new, and they are reassuring you you will find your place. Okay, whether it's a new relationship, a new job. Okay, they say don't lose faith, you will find your place. And of course then they mentioned the slower energies, and things might feel like they're not moving at all, and they said don't let this concern you. Okay, we won't be in this energy forever. All right, so that was the first thing I wanted to mention, which brings us to this whole stagnant energy thing that's going on. um, Now, they said the energies feel a little bit stagnant right now, and it's important to remember that this is a phase. It feels like things aren't happening like you want them to. They said don't get into a state of worry or trying to push. No sense in pushing right now. Now, a lot of my clients and a lot of people are sick right now, okay? Or they're tired, or there's something else going on in their lives that makes it appear as if nothing's happening. And it's like, can be a feeling of one step forward, two steps back. Um, Now, they said all year we've been learning to take care of ourselves and to love ourselves. What we resist persists. So, if you are in a low energy state, perhaps it's time to simply allow that. Um, I know for me personally, I was really tired for a couple of weeks. Like every morning, I woke up exhausted. Uh, my peeps, they said relax into it. Okay, there's nothing you could do about it. So um, I wasn't doing a whole lot of anything. I mean, I was doing work and just nothing extra. Um, my mind kept saying, "You have to get to work. You have to get to work." But I listened to my peeps, so I relaxed into it. I started reading some books, which I haven't had time to read in forever. Um, I do the work I was inspired to do, right? If I was inspired to go for a walk, I'd go for a walk. If I was inspired to create some content, I would create some content, okay? Um, I'm not tired anymore. And I didn't need to get sick in order to make myself slow down because I went into acceptance of this slowdown. So I suggest you do that too. If there's a slowdown, go into acceptance of it. Um, so this is kind of bringing us to our next subject, which is trust. Okay. They say trust yourself, trust your body, trust your process. If you feel as if you should allow yourself to rest, then you need, don't talk to yourself out of it. Your body, if you do try and talk yourself out of rest when you intuitively know you need it, that's when your body can take over and make it so you have to rest via like illness or something else or an injury. Um, Now they say you need to trust yourself more than anything or anyone else. That can be difficult right now with all that's going on in our world. But this is what they said. From the time we are little, we are told that we know or what we feel is wrong. Sometimes we could tell our parents or the people around us are stressed, and they're like, "No, I'm fine." But as a kid, you feel that they're stressed. You feel their energy, right? Less than their words. Um, Sometimes you saw things like spirits or your guides or whatever, and they were called imaginary friends, or my kid has an imagination, things like that, right? Um, so we wind up with um, a belief system that says you can't trust yourself, okay? And this goes through elementary school, high school. It's our whole lives. You don't trust yourself. Trust us, right? We know the word that's got us, right? Anyway, sometimes if you are sensitive, it's hard to stay inside your own energy. Okay, you see things and you take them on. Um, so you see things online and you start to doubt yourself again. If this is the case, simply stay off of, say, social media. Um, that's not helpful. Television shows, the news. Just stay away from it unless it inspires you. If it inspires you, do more of that. Okay. Um, they said social media like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever your media of choice is, will show, they're going to show you more of the things that you engage with. So if you find yourself getting sucked into, say, comment sections on posts or um, people fighting online and it's negative, it can impact your energy, right? You stop losing hope in the world. It can have you doubting what you know in your heart, that most people are good, kind, loving people. If you look for more of that, you will find more of that. You can trust yourself to receive what it is you are putting out there. And chances are, if you're watching this, that's love because you came here to raise the vibration of the planet. And when we come here to raise the vibe of the planet, it sometimes nasty things need to come up to the surface. Okay. Um, Hence everything going on in the world. I'm not getting into details, but um, they say hold that love energy and the faith while clearing out all that ugly energy. Don't give power to the ugly, nasty energy. Okay. Um, so, our next subject is synchronicities, dreams, and numbers. Now, they say uh, you're probably finding that you're having a lot of these synchronicities or the dreams or the numbers showing up for you. Sometimes this shows you where you are now, and sometimes it will show you next steps. Okay. So if you're seeing the repeating numbers, look them up when they show up. I like sacred scribes myself online to look them up. But what do they mean to you? Right? Like, how do you feel when you see those numbers? Do they make you happy? Um, so often the numbers, like say, they're going to let you know when things are okay. Sometimes they're going to say, okay, this is your next step. This is what you need to do. Um, Same with your dreams. Okay. What are they trying to tell you? Um, Look at the details in your dreams. If there's water, doors, windows, stairs, mountains, colors, um, just check out your surroundings, and you can Google those and see what your dreams are trying to tell you. Um, Now they say even the nightmares have a message, but often nightmares are just a way to release energy. Okay, so keep that in mind. Sometimes you need to blow out, say, fearful energy or something, and but often that's what the nightmares do. Okay, so our last subject. Sorry about the dog trotting around here. He's old, so he's got long claws and he makes a lot of noise. Um, so we'll get to the last subject, which is manifesting. Okay, sorry, that was a bit of a glitch. Hopefully, I could figure out how to splice and dice that together properly, because as much as relationships are changing, my assistant moved on earlier this year, and I'm doing this myself, so bear with me. Okay, so back to manifesting. Um, The Secret kind of massacred manifesting for a lot of people. You can't manifest by sitting at home on your couch and imagining things, okay? Not solely, anyway. Um, they say it's not impossible because energy works and is real. It's just that if you are doing that, chances are you aren't doing anything else, and your energy is not a vibrational match to what you are imagining. Um, if you constantly imagine winning the lottery and that's all you do, then chances are your main focus is on lack of money 99% of the time, and that's what you'll get more of. Okay? You want to manifest a lottery win? Imagine it, put it out there, and forget it. Okay? Um, our energy most certainly does attract things, but if you are trying to manifest money or a job or a relationship, like it's fine to imagine it and what it's going to be like, but you also have to get up and take an action when the action occurs to you. Okay. Um, you're also going to need to change something. Like you can change anything. If everything stays the same, everything stays the same. Okay. They can't stress that enough. Um, like I was feeling a little stagnant a while ago, and I started thinking, if I could do anything, what would I do? What can I change? What can I make different? Anything different? Okay. Um, so I went back to a regular yoga practice. Like I prioritized that for myself, like over work, over anything else. Um, I started earlier this year doing the healing videos. I get out of the house more. I'm trying to be more engaged with things. Um, I I even worked for provincial elections this year. um, I wanted something different, anything different. Okay, like I haven't actually worked for somebody else for a paycheck for over 20 years now. Okay, I've been self-employed doing this for 20 years, and I got myself a job, and it was just a job for a day because I don't really want a job, but I needed something different, different energy. Okay. Um, anyway, um, I was out of the house for 14 hours. I interacted with hundreds of other people, okay? But I liked it. It was different. The 14 hours flew by. It was just, I don't know, it felt really good, and I did something different, way outside of my comfort zone, going to work for somebody else. But it worked. It just helped the energy just pop, right? So that I did something else. Um, so, another thing about focusing on manifesting and the way a lot of gurus teach it, okay, is when something happens, you end up blaming yourself and looking for reasons why it happened, what you did wrong, what is wrong with me, all kinds of stuff like that, okay? Stop it. Sometimes things simply happen to either, sometimes it's a redirect, sometimes we agreed to it before we were born. Sometimes it's we were just on this trajectory and nothing could stop it, right? That happens. And it's old energies. That's just, it's the end of old energies. So when stuff happens, it's not because you did something wrong, like all the time. I mean, once in a while, sure. But then you know it. It's like, oh, I did this and that happened. Um, so, uh, yeah, like my furnace just broke. Okay, I got a space heater behind me. I have no idea what's wrong with it. I didn't create my furnace breaking. Okay, it's 18 years old. Furnaces only last for a certain amount of time. It may be something big, it may be something small. Maybe I need a new one, maybe it needs to be cleaned out. Who knows? Um, but I'm not sitting here wondering what I did to cause my furnace to break, right? I'm actually, I'm quite happy and grateful that I could get it fixed. I'm happy and grateful that I have a fireplace in the living room and a space heater for other rooms as I move around, okay? Like the one in my office here. Um, Now I'm choosing that. That's a choice I am making, okay? Most days I choose to be happy and choose to be grateful, even when shit's going on all over around, okay? Yes, I have my moments where I'm not so happy or I feel kind of bad, right? But most days I choose to see what I'm grateful for and what I can be happy about. So if you choose to be happy and grateful as opposed to choosing to try and find out what's wrong with you or what you did wrong, you will feel better, okay? Um, Better feeling things will be drawn to you and you'll be a vibrational match to them, okay? Um, you begin to see and feel more good in our world, in your own life. That, in essence, makes the world a better place, okay? So, um, basically, with everything, to kind of wrap up what we've talked about, it's like if you feel like crap, acknowledge it. Go into it, relax, take care of yourself, do what you can to to feel better. Um, if you're just kind of there, what can you be grateful for? What can you be happy about? What can you focus on that makes you feel better, right? And stay away from all the nasty. There's a lot of nasty stuff out there, but there's more good stuff. It's just the nasty stuff is getting a lot of attention right now. Okay? Um, yeah. Anyway, so just to wrap things up a little bit more in this 3D world, and this is just what my peeps are saying now. I don't have notes on this one, but the water is going to keep coming and the earth is going to keep shifting. Okay. My peeps have been saying this for over a year now, or at least around a year now. Okay. Mother Earth is changing. Okay. It's, dare I say, it's not from me driving a gas car. Okay. It's, she's shifting. That's what she does. Okay. We can make Mother Earth uninhabitable for ourselves. However, we can't kill her. Uh, she's going to shift and change. And if she's uninhabitable, humans will go away, right? Um, I think one of our biggest problems is thinking that we can manipulate our planet and stop her from changing. And that is not going to work, right? Coastlines change. Um, Earth moves. And if we think that we can keep Mother Earth from her growth, we're mistaken. Okay. So if you intuitively think you need to get the heck out of an area, get the heck out of the area. Trust yourself. Go back to that trust. Okay. Um, yeah, there's things we could do. I mean, we don't want to pollute and do all of these things, but um, yeah, a lot of what we're being told about the earth shifts just isn't true. It's she shifts and she does what she wants, and we're not going to stop it. Okay. Um, just wanted to mention that when it comes to politics and things like that, um, most elections and this stuff, there it's almost a tie. Okay, so we've talked a lot about dimensions this year and pick your dimension, and it's like it's almost a 50-50 split on what people are creating for themselves, right? Whether it's lack or abundance or happiness or disempowerment, victimhood, um, being proactive, doing nothing, right? Like it's a 50-50 split. And we're going to keep choosing. And for now, we could go back and forth between dimensions and earths and things like that, right? Like we change them all the time. Um, but there eventually will come a time where we're stuck on one or the other. Okay. So just practice feeling what you want more of in your life. Okay. So I think I'll wrap this up now. Um, please hit the like button if you've watched this far. It helps YouTube show it to more people. And if it helped you, it's going to help others. Um, if you like the way I speak, please subscribe to my channel. And yeah, leave me a comment. How are you feeling? Are you feeling all this stuck energy? Um, yeah, and I do private readings. I do private healings. I do 21-day healings with groups. I do all kinds of things. So anyway, until next time, much love.